Alright, cool. Con. Alright, cool. So we're gonna go for a quick lesson just on like free will and stuff. So I'm gonna kick it off. Bear me, it's not my iCloud in it, so my mom's stuff in there as well. Boom. Can you see the screen?
Oh.
Can't. Cool. So it's just a free will lesson. So all that is promoted is vanity, but we have to understand and wake up and think. This is about over your soul, the good versus evil. And I'm gonna start off with just a precept just to show you that the Most High weren't winging it, innit? Proverbs 5, verse 21. Salakia. The precept's there anyways, if anyone could read it out.
I can read it for you.
Can't.
Proverbs chapter 5, verse 21.
Can't.
For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord,
Can't.
and he pondereth all his goings.
Can't. So the ways that whatever we do and however we go about whatever we're doing, the Most High has already thought about it. So now what does the word pondereth mean? And here's I've got it on the internet as well, bear with me. So in the Bible dictionary, the Bible Hub, it says to weigh in the mind, to view with deliberation, to examine carefully, to consider attentively. So now let's go back. So now the Most High has thought carefully about everything that we're going to do, the outcome of it, and what's going to happen, what ripple effect it causes. So what does it mean to ponder? It means to meditate and think deeply, often upon scriptures or other things of God. So that's proof that the Most High ain't winging it. And then he thought about everything, can't. And that we can't fathom it. From big things down to the molecular structure of dust. God has selected, or should we say elected, who he wants. They will understand in themselves that they are the children of God because they can't fight it due to Deuteronomy 28:15, 46, and other curses and scriptures as indicators. Are you the 1/3, or you're the pestilence, famine, and nuclear missile food, or to be slaughtered by Yahushua? Philippians 2:9. So where I'm going to go with this right now is the precept that I'm bringing is to get more of an understanding on Yahushua that he ain't a play thing. So I'm inciting the fear of Yahushua now to wake up whatever is in your mind subconsciously to either defeat the flesh or to awake yourself. But Philippians 2:9, wherefore God have also Salakia. Go on, Salakia, if someone could read that. Philippians 2:9, Baba Kashar.
I'll read this one.
Do you want me to read? Do you want me just to read the precepts?
No. It's good for people to get involved and read it still. All right, Philippians 2, verse 9. Wherefore God also have highly exalted him and given him a name which is above every name.
Because there's no name like Yahweh's name on this earth. And then Isaiah 66, verse 15.
Have we got another reader for that, yeah?
Can't. Let me zoom in a bit. It's a bit small now. Isaiah. It's not even your phone. It's I'm down on the video and I'm still trying to look at it at the same time, innit?
Okay. Or if anyone has their Bible on them and reads from their Bible, while I just pull the precept, I'll call the precept if anything. But it's on the screen. So,
Can't. Isaiah 66, verse 15. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, and of his chariots like a whirlwind, to rend his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
And down, if you could just keep going on the sharp, please.
Can't. Verse 16. For behold, the Lord will come with fire, Slaki. For by fire and by his sword will the Lord plead with all flesh, and the slain of the Lord shall be many.
That's right. And then Philippians 2:10, Baba Kashar.
Philippians 2 verse 10. That at the name of Yahushua every knee shall bow, of things in heaven and things in earth and things under the earth.
Right. 11 and 12, Baba Kashar.
Can't. Verse 12. Wherefore, my beloved, as ye have always obeyed, not as in my presence, only now by more in my absence, work out your own salvation with fear and trembling.
So we have to work out our own salvation with fear and trembling. That's the reason why I highlighted it. So you have to think upon these things. Once this has been preached unto you, that it's not a play, it's not a game. You have to work out your own salvation with fear and trembling. Now we have to ponder the works of Yahweh and Yahweh Shai to understand who he is, what he is about, what to do to please him, to get his attention, to seek his mercy, fear him, and understand that he exists. So 2 Corinthians 5 and 10. Well, sure.
Can't I got that? If you read that?
Can't.
Okay. 2 Corinthians 5, verse 10. For we must all appear before the judgment seat of Christ, that everyone may receive the things done in his body according to that he have done, whether it be good or bad. Excellent precept. That's an excellent precept.
Can't. So whatever we've been ordained to do, we're either going to be missile food or whatever, the 2/3 or whatever it is, you're going to receive your judgment for that. And then 2 Corinthians 5 and 11, and it reads, knowing therefore the terror of the Lord, we persuade men, so we can only try and wake up the subconscious body, the subconscious spirit within you. But at the end of the day, you've been elected or predestined to be wherever you are and for whatever's gonna happen to you ultimately. But we are made manifest unto Yahweh, and I trust also are made manifest in your conscious. So when it says conscious, we have to understand what is made manifest in our conscious. Focus on the manifest in your conscious. Cool, let's go. Because our forefathers understood that we are in MPC mode until the works and the will of Yahweh are made manifest in you by the word. That's when the subconscious awakes, when you start doing the reading, praying, fasting, so on. And when you start pondering and doing deeper, pondering is obviously thinking deeply and stuff like that, and doing stuff deeper than the eye can see. That's when you start walking by faith and not sight. For example, the image below is a perfect example of the conscious mind, which is at the top, the smaller piece, the iceberg, and the subconscious, which is below. What is a conscious mind? I just got this off Google instead of just going to Google. I thought it'd be easier to copy and paste it. What is a conscious mind? Consciousness per Morcella theory is more reflective and less purposeful than controversial wisdom would dictate Salakia, because the human mind experiences its own consciousness as shifting through urges, thoughts, and physical actions. So we have to understand that that's what we've been made subject to vanity and stuff like that. So our body's gonna go with whatever. Our mind, the first thing it's gonna do is, I want a free cough. I wanna go eat this. I wanna eat wherever I want. But once you've been given the law, statutes, and commandments, you then open your subconscious mind saying, I can't eat pork because I know it does this to my body. I know it's gonna affect me, or it's gonna ultimately lead me to death. But feelings and physical actions, people understand their consciousness to be in control of these myriad impulses. We have to work out what side we're on, not sitting on the fence, wait until the last minute. Don't go back into NPC mode. When I say NPC mode, this is going to give a breakdown of what it is. NPC, the initial NPC refers to non-player character, a term used in video games or characters the players cannot control. A non-player character typically interacts with players through simple and repetitive actions, such as saying the same sentence each time, so doing the same sin, committing the same sin over again. We're going to look at it on a spiritual level, so committing the same sin over again, and the player approaches the NPC, just doing what the body has directed you to do, and not rubbing your eyes and looking around and waking up. And then we're going to go to a video here.
Increase your profit and work less time with Kittle, a genius new AI tool which is perfect.
lock on the top three are as they were. Alonso had a big...
So basically, it's just gonna keep repeating the same thing. He's focused about worldly stuff. You know what I'm saying? So we're focused on the things above. But cool. Our forefathers understood that the Most High directs man's steps, and it wasn't of himself. So you might have thought he got that job by himself, and whatever he's doing is his own work. But it's ultimately the Most High that's directed his steps. Philippians 2:13. If someone could read that as well, please. But for sure.
Philippians 2 verse 13. But it is Yahweh which worketh in you, but to do slucky, but slucky. Read it again. Philippians 2 verse 13. For it is Yahweh which worketh in you, both to will and to do of his good pleasure.
So we can see here that it's the Most High Yahweh that's directing this whole thing. He's like the Godfather that's orchestrating this whole thing. So like, yeah, so he's directing the whole thing. Whether you're doing good or whether you're doing bad, he's the one that's directing your steps. He's predestined everything you're doing right now. Cool. And then Proverbs 16:9, Bob Kashar.
Proverbs 16 verse 9. A man's heart deviseth his way, but the Lord directeth his steps.
That's right. No, that's me. That's me. You may ponder or so you're thinking, oh, I got that job last week. That was all my will. But no, the Most High has seen that you were struggling or whatever it was, and he's gave that to you because you either deserved it or he's gave you that job so you can get that money so you can go and destroy yourself, whatever you're gonna do. So yeah, to understand, yeah, but it's ultimately you've been programmed, because even the NPCs and these games and stuff like that, they don't know what's happening. They think it's all, you know what I'm saying? But anyways, Jeremiah 10:23, bro, sure.
Jeremiah 10 verse 23. O Lord, I know that the way of man is not in himself. It is in man that walketh to direct his steps.
Because it's the Most High. Our forefathers understood it's the Most High that's orchestrating this whole thing. The same way we see stuff today is the same way it was in the ancient world. So they wrote these things down for us to understand so that we might have a chance. And if you could read Ecclesiastes 1:9, Baba Shah, and 1:10.
Ecclesiastes 1 verse 9. The thing that have been, it is that which shall be, and that which is done is that which shall be done.
Right.
And there's no new thing under the sun.
Right. And then verse 10 as well, Baba Shah.
Verse 10. Is there anything whereof it may be said, see, this is new, it have been already of old time, which was before us.
Right. So everything that's happening now, all the sins and lust of the world thereof, our forefathers understood these things and writ it down for us to understand so that we might have hope. Our forefathers knew breaking the cycle that everyone else is fulfilling is to live. And in Romans 13, verse 14, Baba Kashar.
What precept you say?
Romans 13, verse 14.
Can't. Romans 13, verse 14. But put ye on the Lord, Yahushua Mashiach, and make not provision for the flesh to fulfill the lust thereof.
Don't make no excuses to turn to the commandments. Do it today. Do it as soon as possible. Once that word is preached in you and is quickened your spirit, don't think, maybe not. Do it. Just do the, you know what I'm saying? Like what Nike says, just do it. But can't. What are the fruits of the lust of the flesh, Salakia? Because these are the urges that are embedded in you to go off and to be destroyed. A quick precept to prove this is Romans 8, verse 20. Can't. Romans 8 and 20, please.
Romans 8, verse 20. For the creature was made subject to vanity.
Right.
Not,
if you could pause there as well, please, for sure. So we have to analyze this whole precept here very diligently. It says the creature was made subject to vanity. When you make something subject, you're ultimately programming it. Like, say I make my son subject to do his maths every day he comes home. So he's gonna be better at maths. He's gonna actually, you know what I'm saying, be able to do the maths and stuff like that. But Khan, if you could finish the precept as well.
Not willingly, but by reason of him who have subjected the same in hope.
Khan, that was Yahweh Shai. But Khan, and then if we could Galatians 5:19.
Galatians 5 verse 19.
Khan, because these are the urges of the flesh. This is what the flesh wants to carry out, what the Most High is embedded in us to carry out, to be destroyed. But Khan.
Now the works of the flesh are manifest, which are these: adultery, fornication, uncleanness,
lasciviousness. Lasciviousness, yeah.
Can't.
Idolatry.
Adultery. So like idolatry, witchcraft, hatred, virus.
Variance, isn't it? Yeah.
Emulations, wrath, strife, seditions, heresies, envyings, murders, drunkenness, revilers, and such like of the which I tell you before, as I have also told you in past time, it's like in time past, that they which do such things shall not inherit the kingdom of Yahweh.
So these things here is what's going to ultimately completely stop you from inheriting the kingdom. So we have to understand that. That's what our conscious mind wants to do. It wants to carry out. So it might scoff against the Most High. It might scoff against Christ. You might want to hate your brother. You might want to envy or backbite or certain things. You know what I'm saying? All these things is what the body, the mind wants to carry out. But we have to understand we can't do these things, and we have to do the things of the spirit, the fruit of the spirit. Because let me just Galatians 5:22, Bob Kasha.
Galatians 5:22. But the fruit of the spirit is love, joy, peace, long suffering, gentleness, goodness, faith, meekness, temperance. Against such there is no law.
There's no law against these things, man. These things have to be carried out. And Galatians 5:24.
Galatians 5:24. And they that are Christ have crucified the flesh with the affections and lusts. The flesh is cautious.
No, so lucky, that's me. So lucky. Can't. Yeah, so we've obviously buried that conscious mind, the urges of the conscious mind, if we're Christ's. And the flesh is the consciousness, is conscious, but the spirit is subconscious. Now, here's a picture below as well that shows you what the conscious mind is. It analyzes things, it thinks, it plans, and it has short-term memory. But that's not what we're working with when you're in the truth. We're working with the subconscious mind. We have long-term memory, emotions and feelings, habits and relationship patterns and addictions. Well, we're addicted to the scriptures and the word of the Most High and brotherly love and stuff like that, and sister love. But anyways, involuntary body functions. So even when it says involuntary body functions, we involuntarily put our body through. We starve ourselves. You know what I'm saying? We fast. So that's another thing. Creativity. We think how we're gonna show love to our brother, how we're gonna do better for ourselves, for the Most High. Developmental stages, spiritual connection. So you can see here in the subconscious mind, this is where we are at. We're not in a conscious mind where the other NPCs are, where I showed you that video. Everyone just waking up, going to work, committing sin, just eating anything, drinking anything. We're in the spiritual realm right now. So to be dead in the body is to be dead in the body, in this physical body and spiritually, compared to everyone else who's fulfilling the lust and the body of the body physically and spiritually, is to be alive with Yahweh. And if we go to 2 Corinthians 5:6, Baba Kashar.
I can read this.
2
Corinthians chapter 5 verse 6. Therefore we are always confident that
whilst we are at home in the body, we are absent from the Lord.
Pause there, please, bro, for sure. So when you're when you're in the body, you're absent from the Lord. When you're fulfilling the stuff of the flesh, you're absent from the Lord. And then if you could give us 7 and 8 as well, please, bro, for sure.
2 Corinthians chapter 5 and verse 7. For we walk by faith, not by sight.
Can't. So when we're starving ourselves, we want our soul to cry out to the Most High, that He hears our prayers, that He hears us crying out for Him. Can't. And then number 2 and so like your 2 Corinthians 5 and 8, please, bro, for sure.
And this is 2 Corinthians chapter 5 verse 8. We are confident, I say, and willing, rather to be absent from the body, than to be present with the Lord.
Can't. So we have to be absent from this flesh. All them sedations, heresies, murder, strife, envying, all the other stuff there. We have to be completely absent from that type of stuff. Can't. Imagine you've programmed the most sophisticated algorithm, AI, movie, or game system. Everything's just going from A to B. All the players are going from A to B. But you have this one group of people who come up to you when you're playing the game and thank you for creating the game and interact with you. They stop eating, so their soul cries to the maker to let them know there's something wrong with this group of people. Because as we can see in scriptures as well, we used to the whole kingdom used to fast as well when there's certain things going on, and that doesn't do what everyone else does that you programmed them to do. That's why we are peculiar people. And if you give them 1 Peter 2 and 9, but for sure.
1 Peter chapter 2 verse 9. But ye are a chosen generation, a royal priesthood, holy nation, your people.
See that?
And ye should show forth the praises of Him who have called you out of darkness into His marvelous light.
Can't. Now I'm just gonna drop a video here just to give a bit of a better imagery. It's called Free Guy. Obviously it's Esau. This is all the chaos that's happening in the world. This is how we live when we live in the world.
Mondays, am I right?
That's ultimately the angels and that controlling players, or demons, should I say, controlling players to cause havoc on the earth. But
You said it, guy. Yeah. Don't have a good day. Have a great day. Everybody down on the ground! Hey, bud, you ever think that there's got to be more? More than what?
He started pondering. That's us pondering on the commandments, thinking, don't you ever think there's more to life than what we're going through right now? Or why is this happening to our people and stuff like that? Now he's going through that stage.
Stuff we do day after day. Being shot at? Run over?
This here is ultimately
More? Down on the ground!
But there was a woman there.
Today's gonna be different. Hi. God, this isn't you. You don't do this, man.
Just him fighting flesh.
Maybe I do.
Can't.
This is scary.
See that? Just beat that demon. But can't. Let's go back to this. Let's get back to it. My little cousin and that. But can't. So can't. The players that are online causing trouble are like angels and demons controlling the NPC players. As we can see, the Most High incorporated this into real life. We have to see Yahweh and Yahweh Shai as the woman in the movie, not an Edomite or a woman, but as a glorious husband. And let me go to the video I sent, Brother Peter.
And Jake has to leave. Right. Right now she did her job. The damn she-devil has done her job. Whispering in his ear. Right? Read them. Everyone that is found shall be thrust through.
Khan, what we can see here is Naquam using his spiritual basically in that movie I sent you before, the movie Free Guy, the NPC puts on glasses and you can see everything spiritually. So you can go onto YouTube and go watch the trailer or whatever and get a deeper understanding on that. But yeah, Naquam here has his spiritual goggles on, as we all do in the when we're out there and whatnot. We're in this truth, but can't.
That brother come back, man. Right. She got heavy demons on her, man. Read on. Damn 12-year-olds. Right? These nations, man. This show, give me Job chapter 30. Drop that. Give me Job chapter 30.
She came and threw her. Look at her. Now she's gone.
So these nations don't respect her. Right? Look, Job chapter 30 and verse 1. That's what we gonna lynch her ass. Right. String her ass up by that damn tree. Right. And then throw darts at her, man. Like Joab did, man. Right? She gonna be damn dog food in the kingdom, man. Right. Read that. We're gonna feed her to the fowls of the air, man.
Can't. But can't, yeah. So ultimately, it's demons possessing people to direct their steps. So those same demons direct the steps of a person, a player, that's going to play devil's advocate, as they say. And then can't. If you go to John 13 and 27, Baba Kasha. Anyone, or I'll bring it out myself.
Got it. John chapter 13, verse 27.
Can't.
And after the
Stop, yeah.
Hold up. John chapter 13, verse 27. After the sup, Satan entered into him.
See that?
Then said Jesus unto him, that thou doest do quickly.
Can't. So we can see that these demons enter into people. So that could be an NPC player or whatever it is that the Most High directed your steps, and a demon will enter into you to play devil's advocate, but can't. 28, Baba Kasha.
28.
Can't.
Now no man at the table knew for what intent he spoke this unto him. So like someone in the chat has asked what the sup is.
I'm a supper in it.
Yeah. So basically, if you read verse 26, for someone who asked,
is it Passover?
Verse 26, it said, Jesus answered, he it is to whom I shall give a sup when I have dipped it. And when he have dipped the sup, he gave it to Judas Iscariot, the son of Simon. So this is basically the supper. The sup is like, yeah, the supper basically. You carry on, my brother. Salakia. You're there, you're probably on mute, you know.
You mean?
Yeah, carry on. Do you want to read?
Can't, Baba Kasha.
I'll read verse 20.
28, Baba Kasha.
Now,
I don't mind.
What do you want to read?
Oh, you can read 28 or 29. I don't mind.
28, 29, yeah? Right. So like, this is John chapter 13, verse 28. Now no man at the table knew for what intent he spoke this unto him. But some of them thought, because Judas had the bag, that Jesus had said unto him, buy those things that we have need of against the feast, or that he should give something to the poor. Keep reading.
Can't.
Verse 30. He then, having received the sup, went immediately out, and it was night.
Can't. So there's three things we'll get back onto the topic, but there's three things I want to discuss quickly. The demon making Judas, Salakia, the demon making Judas do certain things. When he entered into him, he made him to go full subconscious. He tapped into his mind and his body. Side precept, Matthew 27, verse 3. It's here as well.
Yeah, Matthew chapter 27, verse 3. Then Judas, which had betrayed him, when he saw that he was condemned, repented himself and brought again the 30 pieces of silver to the chief priests and elders.
Khan. So I don't know if anyone's ever played FIFA, and then I think is it R1 or R? I think it's R1 or something like that. And then you control a different character. It jumps into a different character. So Judas was completely not in control of his body. He walked out in the middle of the night. But Khan, and 24 as well, but for sure.
24, saying, I have sinned in that I have betrayed the innocent blood. And they said, what is that to us? See thou to that.
They didn't even care. They didn't even care. They didn't care about the money that he's trying to bring back to them. But once everything was ordained and was completed, the player left like a game. So the demon left the guy's body once everything that was ordained to happen happened. And secondly, people nowadays talk about, I got the bag. Judas had the bag. Thirdly, that demon will lead you into the middle of the night to do God knows what. Back to the topic anyways. Prime example is John 6 and 64. This is a prime example of that, the Christ and Yahweh Shai.
Do we have another reader? Because I'll go and do something.
Can't.
Reader.
Can't.
No, you got
Can't.
With Matthew 27:4.
John 6 and 64, Bokasha.
John 6 verse 64.
Can't.
But there are some of you that believe not, for Yahweh knew from the beginning.
Salakia. So Christ knew from the beginning, as before he even knew these people, he already knew who was going to believe and who was not going to believe. So that shows you Christ had the game plan with all the characters labeled on, you know what I'm saying, who's going to believe, who's not going to believe. But Christ knew all these things already. And Khan, you can continue.
Yeah, so exactly the same chapter I was reading in the morning, but see that? It's a spirit.
That's mighty. Still all praise.
But Yahweh knew from the beginning who they were that believe not, and who should betray him.
Madness. So he already had the whole game plan. He had the whole thing set out for him already. Christ already had this. And then 65 as well, but for sure.
Verse 65. And he said, therefore said I unto you, that no man can come unto me, except it were given unto him of my Father.
Khan. So you can't have come unto Christ unless the Most High directed your steps to lead you to Christ. So your steps already been established. Your steps have been established. This whole game and whole movie, whatever this is, has been already set for you to do whatever you're going to do, meet whoever you're going to meet. Everything has been set already. Christ already knew, and an angel didn't meet up with him the day before and hand him a letter with how everything is going to go. Christ knew how the game was going to go and how it's going to be played, and still overcame the final boss, death. And then Luke 9 and 29, but I'm sure.
Luke 9 verse 29. And he prayed, the fashion of his countenance was altered, and his raiment was white and glycerin. You read 30 as well, yeah?
Can't. 31, but sure.
Can't. And behold, there talked with him, which were Moses and Elias, who appeared in glory and spake of his decease, which he should accomplish at Jerusalem.
So here we can see that it was Moses and Elias encouraging him about how he's going to overcome death. But so everything in the heavens knew what must happen, and you get the same account in Matthew 7 as well. But keeping the laws, statutes, and commandments is a cheat code in real life, just like how it would be a cheat code in the game. As Brother Amek would say, it's not X, up, down, you know what I'm saying, triangle, this and that, but can't. And then we look at Psalms 119 and 132, and it reads, Baba Kashar.
Psalms 119 verse 132. Look thou upon me, and be merciful unto me, as thou usest to do unto those that love thy name. Order my steps in thy word, and let not any iniquity have dominion over me.
Can't. So the Most High used to have mercy and be merciful upon those that look up unto the Most High's name, that ponder upon his ways and his thoughts. And so if you're keeping the law, statutes, and commandments and stuff like that, the Most High is going to have mercy to you. He's going to bless you. He's going to give you an abundance or whatever it may be. And and those that had faith in the Creator and kept his sayings that were spoke of out of the mouth of the prophets, they used to get blessed. Favor will be bestowed upon them. Animals play their role. They do what they're meant to do as they are conscious creatures. So they only do the urges that are tapped into their mind to do. Matthew 6:26, Baba Kasha.
Matthew 6, verse 26. Behold, the foals of the air, for they sow not, neither do they reap, nor gather into barns, yet your heavenly Father feedeth them. Are ye not much better than they?
Can't. So the flowers, they play their role. So we're meant to play our role, and the Most High is going to bless us. And then Matthew 6:32, bro, for sure.
Matthew 6, verse 32. For after all these things do the Gentiles seek, for your heavenly Father knoweth that ye have need of all these things.
So we don't need to worry about as I written down that we don't need to worry about the next newest thing and all the other type of stuff. We just need to worry about the stuff of the Most High, keeping the law, statutes, commandments. We don't need to worry about carnal stuff because of the next verse, Matthew 6:33.
Matthew 6, verse 33. But seek first the kingdom of God and his righteousness, and all these things shall be added unto you.
Can't. So we have to ponder his ways, and you'll be ever blessed. I think this may be the end of it still. Ephesians 1:4. Ephesians 1:4. According as he hath chosen us in him before the fact. So lucky I'm reading it. If you could read it, Baba Kasha.
Ephesians 1 verse 4. According as he hath chosen us in him before the foundation of the world, that we should be holy and without blame before him in love.
So even before the foundation of the world, we've been chosen. The people who are in the truth or whatever, who's meant to be woken up, they've already been predestined to come into this thing. And then 1:5 of Kasha.
Ephesians 1 verse 5. Having predestinated us unto the adoption of his children by Yahushua Mashiach to himself, according to the good pleasure of his will.
Because Christ came to give repentance of sins, the remission of sins. That's really and truly where it says we should be holy and without blame before him in love. So we're able to be holy and blameless in front of him because of Christ. Those are just extra precepts. But yeah, that's it really and truly. That is really and truly. All praise to the Most High.
All praise the Most High, man. That was good, man. That was good, Khan. We've got a preset. Anyone got a preset that I want to add?
Any precepts, just chuck them in.
And then okay, I've got a precept that I want to add. Let's go to Amos chapter 3 verse 6. Amos chapter 3 verse 6.
Let me see. If I'm unmuted, I'll read it out. Yeah, Khan.
You're the host still, so.
Okay. Wait, I'll read it, yeah?
Yeah, you
Amos.
Share your screen, you read it, yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that was a good lesson, man. That was good lesson.
Most High.
Praise the Most High, man. Praise the Most High. Yeah, so if you can share your screen.
Should work now. Yeah?
Go to Amos 3
and 6.
Yeah.
And it reads, Amos 3:6. Shall a trumpet be blown in a city and the people not be afraid? Shall there be evil in a city and the Lord have not done it?
Okay, then. So anything that happens, it's of the Lord. Okay, he's set up a mechanism of good angels and bad angels, and they do the Most High's bidding.
Break it down.
Right? They do the Most High's bidding. Let me see if I can find that precept now. Where the angels do the Most High's commandments. It's in Psalms.
No, listen, Baba, Akeem.
The water, King, the water.
So lucky I wasn't able to get in. I was trying to clean up and do as much things as I could, but I was listening, man.
You're good, man. You're good.
Pre-programmed. What is we saying AI? What are you saying for being was it NPC you said?
NPCs and that, man.
I must start using that from now, you know.
Like
robot.
I have to take your cheat code thing still about the commandments, man.
There's nothing. Come on.
Crazy.
If you could get Psalms 103 verse 20, please, Baba Kusha.
Can't. Psalms 123.
We understand that there's no such thing as free will. That we've got the illusion of free will, but the Most High's got a mechanism. That's what I call it, a mechanism.
Do you say 123 out?
Psalms 103, 103.
Okay, can't. Water. Psalms 103.
Psalms 103
and 20. And it reads, Psalms 103, verse 20. Bless the Lord, ye his angels that excel in strength, that do his commandments.
Keep going.
Hearkening unto the voice of his word.
So that's what the angels do. The angels do the Most High's commandments, do exactly what he says to do. And they hearken, which means listen to the word of the Most High, showing you that he has his mechanism going on, and they're the ones dealing with his works. When he gets the credit, but they're dealing with certain little things. You understand? So when Brother Akeen's pulling out certain things when he's talking about free will, how we don't know what we're doing, and you got these, is it NPCs you call them, and they're doing something and then they're going back. I don't even know why they're doing it. That's still the will of the Most High, and certain bad things are happening to them. That's the angels carrying out certain things.
Right.
Yeah, calm. I yield from them.
Calm.
Yeah. Does anybody have any questions?
Come on.
Go ahead.
Yes, my brother. Peace. So you know when it says, "Bless the Lord, ye his angels, excel in strength, that do his commandments." Do we have something to piece together with this verse that strengthens this? That do his commandments.
I would have went to Job.
That give more clearance to what the verse is actually speaking on. Yeah.
Or Ezekiel 9. Even I was going to bring that out as well the other day. Ezekiel 9's a good one.
Oh yeah, I just don't say it now. Ezekiel 9, the last verse.
Even when they're marking the ink on the people that they're going to kill in that. I think there was marking people that they were going to kill.
So they got a hit list, yeah?
Yeah.
An ink list. Well,
yeah. My bad, I think this is it still. Highlighted still.
Yeah, I can't remember who was. Oh, yeah, that sister. It was that sister that came up. Said talking about fallen angels and this and that. Man's pulled Ezekiel 9 in the last verse.
Madness, fam.
Let's change the subject again. Cut.
Yeah.
I don't know if you got cut. Anyway.
Madness. Ezekiel 9, verse 1. He cried also in mine ears with a loud voice, saying, cause them that have charge over the city to draw near. So if you could pull precepts over, I was meant to write this down, that there's, who was it that prayed while I was in Babylon? and the angel heard his prayer. He said he was meant to come to him on the first day, because there's angels over certain cities, like even Chicago. There's like a murder spirit that's over Chicago. Why there's so much murder happening in that city. So so there's caused them to have charge over the city to draw near. So there's angels over cities that have charge over these places. Even like it says, there's principalities, like how Satan's a prince of the air. So he's really the general that's causing these demons to hop on people and stuff like that, and to do certain things. There's principalities, there's powers, there's dominions and stuff like that. But over the city to draw near, even every man with his destroying weapon in his hand. And behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate. So at the gate of this city, there were 6 angels. And it says, which lieth towards the north, and every man with a slaughter weapon in his hand. And one man among them was clothed with linen. So this here is like the commanding general of these angels that are in the city. Clothed with linen, with writer's inkhorn. If I'm going off, by the way, and Brother Mek or anyone correct me, if because I heard this from the Quran, innit? So anything that I do say or anything like that, do change or alter if you can. Correct me, brotherly love. But
what are you saying recently, yeah?
But no. This is maybe I was going for prospect.
Okay, go.
That's right.
Scroll up on your screen.
Oh, sorry, on my screen. Salakia. Where am I? I'm at verse 2 right now. Verse 2. Behold, 6 men came from the way of the higher gate, which lieth towards the north, every man with a slaughter weapon in his hand. One man among them was clothed with linen, with a writer's inkhorn by his side, and they went in and stood beside the basin altar. And the glory of Yahweh, God of Israel, was gone up from the cherub, whereupon he was, and to the threshold of the house, and he called the man clothed with linen. So he called the general of those angels, which had the writer's inkhorn by his side. And the Lord said unto him, go through the midst of the city, throughout the midst of Jerusalem, and set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations. So he was basically just like when we was in Egypt and they put blood on the posts and stuff like that to allow the spirit Yahweh Shai to pass over from them and not allow the Israelites to be killed. That's what this angel's doing here. And it reads, where am I? 4, I think. Set a mark upon the foreheads of the men that sigh and cry, or for all the abominations that are done in the midst thereof. And the other said, in mine hearing, go ye after him through the city and smite. Let not your eyes spare, neither have pity. So these angels ain't even got emotion. They're just cold-blooded killers. They're cold killers. He said, let not your eyes spare, neither have ye pity. Slay utterly old, young, both maids, little children, women. Bro, he was on a mad one. And it reads, but come not near any man upon whom who is the mark. Oh, that's quite good as well. But so all the people that had the mark upon them, all the people that are sighing and crying in the city of Jerusalem, these people weren't getting touched. And begin at my sanctuary. That's why judgment begins at the temple. And it reads, then they began at the ancient men which were before the house, because they started with the elders, because they're meant to hold knowledge. They should be correcting the youth and stuff like that. So and he said unto them, devour ye the Salakia. But yeah, as we can see anyways, at the end of it, behold, the man clothed with linen and the inkhorn by his side reported the matter, saying, I have done as thou hast commanded me. So that was a commandment. He received a commandment from the Most High, and that angel carried it out.
So brother, you know when you're saying it's the angel, so them men, those men that it's referring to, where does it say that it was the angels? So these men were meant to be the angels, yeah, the six men?
Yeah, the 6 men that was over the city that drew near.
So where does it say they were angels?
Okay, sure. You got it, my ears also loud. Hold on.
Because it says 6 men, yeah?
Yeah. Where you at?
Still in Ezekiel 9. But
Okay, Ezekiel 9.
he wants to prove that these 6 men that drew near, that had the slaughtering weapons in their hand, and that slayed everyone, that got the word from Yahweh, that they was angels.
True.
Okay, okay. Let me see if I can find it in the verse.
Yeah, I don't know if there's a verse above.
Or is there anything that suggests it?
Well, you can go to Revelation. The angels are clothed with linen, isn't it? Pure and white.
Oh,
Yeah, you can go to Revelation, or we can get Ezekiel 1:1 to show. So look here. There's another verse I can't find it. That's why I'm looking over it.
and then I'll go Daniel 10 afterwards as well.
Yeah, correct.
Right, Khan, let's go to them in slowly. That's the first one.
Let's get Ezekiel 4. Sorry, Slacker. Do you want to get Daniel 10 first? Well, I'll look for this in Ezekiel 1. Get Daniel 10 first.
Cool. I'll load this one right now. And it reads, I heard my words, Salakia. Hold on. Show me. Quick, I want to see your body, shut my eyes, my cloak. Cool. Here we go as well. Daniel 10, verse 5. Then I lifted up my eyes and looked, behold, a certain man clothed in linen, whose loins were girded with fine gold of Uphaz. So this is an angel here that is clothed in linen as well. And it calls him a man. His body also like the burrow. So we ain't got burrow bodies, just to let you know. I think that's kind of greenish, or I don't know. I think it's either brown or greenish, one or two. And his face as the appearance of lightning, and his eyes as lamps of fire, and his arms and his feet to the color of polished brass, and his voice of, I thought that was Christ at one point, but anyways, and his
Some
voice.
brothers actually say that, but yeah, go on.
Yeah, Khan, his voice of the sound of his words, like the voice of a multitude. And I, Daniel, alone saw the vision, for the men that were with me saw not the vision, but a great quaking fell upon them. So they that fell, Salakia, fled to hide themselves. Therefore I was left alone and saw this great vision, and there remained no strength in me. So he was weak. He dropped down. He almost passed out. No. Go sit. I'm reading the Bible right now. No, go on. Chill for a little bit. Let me not be cold-hearted. Yeah. Cool. And it reads, where was that? Go on, take a cookie. I knew it was an I yet heard the voice of his, where was I? I was up 8. I therefore left alone and saw the great vision, and remained no strength for me. For my comeliness was turned in me into corruption, and I retained no strength. Yet I heard the voice of his words, and when I heard the voice of his words, then I was in a deep sleep on my face. So he passed out. He fell flat on his face, just like that. Wait, where are we? Khan, on my face and towards the ground. And behold, a hand touched me and set me upon my knees and upon the palms of my hands. He was basically on all fours, looking up, like raw. And he said unto me, O Daniel, a man greatly beloved, understand the words that I speak unto thee, and stand upright. For unto thee am I now sent. So the Most High has obviously sent this angel to this man, to Daniel Salakia. And when he had spoken this word unto me, I stood trembling, because you don't know if he's going to kill him or whatever's going to happen to him at this point. And he said unto me, fear not, Daniel, for from the first day that thou didst set thine heart to understand, why it's important to ponder the Most High. What's up? Ponder the Most High. And to chastise himself before thy God. I believe he did fast and tried to inquire of the Lord, seek the Lord. Thy words were heard, and I am come for thy words. So that's why it's even important to fast and pray to the Most High, and pray as much as you can when you're fasting to the Most High, because your prayers are heard more. But the Prince of the King, I think that's enough.
Yeah. So we're saying that anywhere where linen, where a man's wearing linen, that's an angel.
I would say there's certain descriptions and stuff like that would give you that differs it a man, a normal man, and from the actions that they commit and what they're doing and how they're spoken to and who they're getting directions and orders from, shows you that it's not just a normal man, because it has to be a special type of person, like prophets and stuff like that. They will get a message from the Most High, and it'll say, "Thus saith the Lord, Israel, hear this word of my mouth, this and that." So there's certain things that shows you it's a normal person speaking, a different person speaking. Stuff there, you'll get the gist of it. You'll get the gist of it.
So the works that they're carrying out is a indication.
Yeah. That's a big one.
Cool.
That's
Overs clearance, brother. Clearance.
Okay.
Respect. All praises.
You say you don't need to get Ezekiel 1 no more, yeah?
Ezekiel 1?
All clear, brother. All clearance. You can
All
do if
clear.
you want to, but it's all clear. Overstand.
Just to show that the angels have faces like men. They have 4 faces, innit? I wanted to get into that quickly.
Ezekiel 1 verse.
Yeah, 1. You can start from 1 first to show it was a vision again, because the brother pulled the scripture, said it was a vision. And then from after you read 2, you can just jump straight to the point where it goes into 5.
Ezekiel 1 verse 1. Now it came to pass on the 13th year, in the 4th month, and the fifth day of the month, I was among the captives by the river of Chebar, that the heavens were open, and I saw a vision of God. In the 5th day of the month, which was the 5th year of the King Jehoiachin's captivity.
Jump to 5, King.
And it reads at 5. Also out of the midst thereof came the likeness of 4 living creatures, and this was their appearance. They had the likeness of a man.
They had what?
The likeness of a man.
So that's why when Abraham saw the, I believe the 3 angels, they look like men. And his wife, I believe she baked a cake for them or baked food for them. Roughly paraphrasing. Read on.
Verse 6.
And also they can shapeshift as well. They can look like someone else. That's why Yahweh Shai, he was like the gardener, and the woman said, I beseech you, I beg you, tell me if you know where Yahweh Shai's body is buried. Just paraphrasing. But read on.
And verse 6. Now I'll put it down to that. And everyone had 4 faces, and everyone had 4 wings. Even I was gonna say when he was transfigurating as well. Anyways, verse 7. And their feet were straight feet, and the sole of their feet like the sole of a calf's foot, and they like the color of burnished brass. And it reads, and they had the hands of a man under their wings, and their 4 sides, they 4 had their faces and their wings. Their wings
and they 4 had their faces and their wings, right? So they got 4 faces. Come on. If they want to appear to have 4 faces, come on.
That's right. Their wings were joined one to another. They turned not where they went. They went straight one, Salakia. They went, every one, straight forward.
Because they didn't need to turn because they had 4 faces. They don't need to look or turn because everywhere is being covered. North, east, south, west. Come on.
Mercy, take him toilet. Take him toilet, Mercy, please. Oh, Lord have mercy. I got him off anyways. No. Their wings were, verse 10, as the likeness of their faces.
So as the likeness of their faces. Now remember they had 4 faces. Come on.
They had, they 4 had faces of a man.
So one of the heads or one of the faces were faces of a man.
The face of a lion.
Right, the face of a lion. Side. Right, remember Yahweh Shai is the Lion of Judah, you know. Right. Come on.
And they 4 had the face of an ox on the left side.
Face of an ox on the left side. Come on. Because remember, front's being covered, right's being covered, the left's being covered. Yeah, come on.
They 4 also had the face of an eagle.
In the face of an eagle. Right? That's 4. Right. And when you go up, it says he had calf's feet. Where is it? Oh, calf's foot. Right? But anyway, go on. Finish up there.
Yeah.
Read the next one and that's it.
You want the next one, yeah?
Yeah, that's the last
11.
One.
Thus were their faces, and their wings were stretched upward. 2 wings of every one were joined one to another, and they covered their bodies.
Right. So all praise to the Most High, man. And jump down to 13. Let me just get their appearance.
12 is a good point as well.
Go on. Read on.
Because they even get commanded by the Most High to go do these things. They can't turn and do their own will. So now I'll be with you in just a moment, Papa, yeah? And they went every one straight forward. Wherever the Spirit was to go, they went. And they turned not when they went.
So they're that programmed, isn't it? They don't disobey the Most High's commandments, as Peter brought in, was it Psalm 103? Yeah, so I read on last verse.
Verse 13. As the likeness of the living creatures, their appearance was like burning coals of fire. And their appearance of lamps.
See, so they're dark. They look dark. That's why when you see some of the films like Independence Day, bro, just to get into Independence Day, I need to see the last one. You know, I think it's called Insurrection, Independence Day.
Okay.
What else? Aliens versus Predator. All these films they've been showing us how the angels look. You know, even that film, A Quiet Place 1, A Quiet Place 2. These beasts and they're dark, but they make it out like it's some gooey aliens. But nah, it's the angels, man. They look dark as coal. So yeah, with that I yield, man, just to get into that. But you can kind of get into that by yourself, brother. Yeah. You can kind of get into yourself. Read the Ezekiel, you can get into it by yourself.
So like also we're talking about the films now. There's also a film called
Give thanks, brothers. Give thanks for the clearance.
Yeah, all praise to the Most High. Ayuda. Is that your name? Ayuda.
Yes, my brother. Yes,
Okay,
my brother.
yeah, all praises, man. Jump into that chapter as well, Ayuda. You know, read Ezekiel. Actually, read the whole book of Ezekiel.
The whole book.
It was the point just reading 9 and 1. Read the whole book. Read the whole roll, man. Done decently in order, man. With that,
all praises to Yahweh, man. All praise to Yahweh.
I'm gonna stop screen recording.
Yeah.
Can't.
I was gonna say, also in addition to what Brother Devar was saying about the films, there's also a film called Tomorrow's War.
Woo! Fire!
Tomorrow's War, where they the actual aliens keep the Sabbath.
Woo!
Attacked by
hold on. I'm gonna have to pull Peter up. Did I tell you about that last week, Porter? And I said Porter. Peter, did I tell you about that last week or the week before?
Yeah, you mentioned it still.
Was it you? Actually, it might have been Akeem that I was speaking to privately. I don't know. But I remember I said that.
Yeah, tomorrow.
I told brother to come and watch that.
Yeah, it's a good film to watch. Tomorrow's War. It's where they're attacked by some aliens in the future, and they can't get around them, and they keep the Sabbath. The aliens keep our Sabbath.
I think it was Brother Mek that told me about that still. I was in his car. I think he did tell me about that still.
Have you watched it?
I ain't gonna lie. No, I didn't get to watch it.
Yeah.
Peter, let me say one thing, Peter. So like, not to cut you off, Akeem. I be telling Nathan and Akeem to watch these films, yeah, and they don't watch it, you know. So I don't want to like stress up myself or going over the same. I only can say it, you know. I can't force them. We send Peter blank the screen, yeah. He started laughing, blank the screen.
Don't do me like that.
I'll be telling them what, you know.
Green Street, innit?
I'll be telling. No, yeah, okay. You watch Green. What's it called again?
Oh, man, it's green something, isn't it? Goes back into the end of the world.
Greenland.
Yeah.
But go on, Peter.
Greenland. Yeah, Greenland's another good one as well. Greenland's another good one as well.
Sisters in the comments right now still. I don't know if Brother Mek or Brother Peter wanna see to that still.
Yeah, all right. We'll have a look. Hold on 1 second. I was gonna say, yo, Shalom to there's 2 brothers in there. Shalom, Brother Ari, and Shalom Kadesh Alayam.
Woo!
Shalom, family. Shabbat
Shalom, Shalom, fam. I hope the class is serving you well. I hope it's okay and all that. You know what I'm saying? All praise, my brother. Thank you for logging in, that one, brother. But yeah, man. What was he saying? Yeah. So the 4 faces, Deval. There's a question there on the 4 faces. I'll let you break this one down.
Yeah, she said 4 heads. I said no, it's 4 faces.
Yeah, 4 faces. Yeah.
Yeah, that's all she wanted to know, I believe. If I read the question again, where's the question? I didn't know it actually means that they have 4 heads of different animals. Yeah, 4 faces of different animals, basically, yeah. And their feet are like calves' feet, or like a calf's foot.
Yeah.
But as I said, I beseech brethren, meaning I earnestly ask brethren and sistren and children to read Ezekiel 1 and also read the whole book of Ezekiel. Kind of getting that thing, man.
Oh, God. Yeah, definitely. Go on.
At the same time as well, this is why the angels, whenever they see anyone, they tell them fear not. Because when you first see them, it's confounding them. They're a scary sight. People are scared of demons in this life, and they think angels are them little white babies with white wings and little white robes with the little white screenies and that. Bruv, these angels are scary, fam. But Khan, I yield that. I yield.
That's up vomiting and throwing up and that. That's why John, when he saw the angel, he bowed down and the angel said, "Doest thou, seest thou, doest thou not?" Yeah, because you only have to bow down before the Most High and for Christ and on praise. But yeah, that you man, mighty lesson, brother. Keep my mighty lesson.
Yeah, Khan, mighty lesson, man. Mighty lesson. It's good for people to understand that there's all praise, my brother. It's good for people to understand that there's no free will in the scriptures. There's the illusion of free will, but there's no free will.
There's actually a precept in Ezra 1, about Cyrus, and the Lord stirred up his spirit to encourage the Israelites to build Jerusalem or the foundations, isn't it? Yeah, Ezra 1.
There's a question in the chat for you.
Yeah, I read it. I saw what he said. Is it metaphoric or actual?
Yeah.
And then I think the sister asks the description of them, allegory, metaphoric, or literal. But let me get Hosea 12 and 10 in it. It says what it says. They got 4 faces. I don't know how else to break that down.
You're right, still.
I mean, I wasn't there. I wasn't able to see it, but yeah, we'll just go off the scripture. They got 4 faces. That's it.
Okay. You want to read it?
Yeah, you can go Hosea 12 and 10.
Hosea 12 verse 10, and it reads, "I have also spoken by the prophets and have multiplied visions and used similitudes by the ministry of the prophets."
So Lord speaks by the prophets, use similitudes, things that are similar, and he speaks by the prophets. So we only can read what was said and what was written down by the scribes. So when you go back to Ezekiel 1, I only can read it and then pray that the Lord will give me more understanding. But it says what it says. That's like saying, is every one of their wings, is it metaphoric or is it? They had wings in it. It's as simple as that. You don't want to get too deep into it and bug yourself out and go crazy. Then when it says he has a card foot, so that when it says he got sort of a card foot, that was it literal? Was it a vision? Was it really a card foot? It says it was a card foot, so we only can go what it says, isn't it?
Yeah,
and there's nothing deep. It's just giving a description. There's nothing like too deep in that. Is that saying that Salakia? It's like it's saying they after it says the card foot, it said and they sparkled like the color of burnished brass. Or was it a shiny brass? It was just burnished brass. That's it, innit? Really? But go on, Ayuda. What are you gonna say?
I think the reason why the sister's asking that because there's certain other precepts here within the Bible which point towards being metaphoric, just such as the eagle and dragon and the bear. Like there's certain things that talk about in the last days when people will rise up and form and the eagle and the dragon will come together. I don't think that it's literally talking about a bear will rise up, you get me, and rule the people. It's obviously being metaphoric. So when the sister's hearing more animals being spoken about, it's probably naturally arising the question whether it's metaphoric or actual. You know what I'm saying? Because who's saying what's actual and who's saying what's metaphoric? But it's true what you're saying also now that you've added to it the fact that if it's mentioning things in detail, such as sparkling this and sparkling that, this points the way towards being actual. But there is various points where it does speak. It looks as though it's metaphoric when it's talking about the bear and the eagle rising up. I don't think these are actual birds and bears that are going to rise up in the last day.
The only thing I would say to that is, that each book has like a different spirit to it. So when you jump into like maybe I'd say Exodus, it has a different spirit to how I don't know Nehemiah might have. You know what I'm saying? So they have the way they talk and the way things have been written down by the scribes and stuff like that is going to be different in each book. So you have to have like you can't just read it for the first time and then think you're going to
spirit of discernment kind of thing.
Yeah, that's the thing. Or have someone that's going to be able to break it down to you that gives the understanding thereof, innit? Yeah, can't. So that's why it's always good to have someone to tell you, like, yeah, this is just a description right now. That because it tells you, I'm pretty sure in Ezekiel 1.
Because I think it's Amos, where Amos is literally just he's talking about the punishments. That's his main line of speech. He's on towards the punishments of the different nations, what they've done. So each, as Akeem perfectly said, each book has its own different spirit. You know what I mean? So not some of them is literal, if it's telling a storyline or whatever. When you get to Revelations, it starts being a lot of spiritual, a lot of allegory. So sometimes when it's saying seas, it doesn't mean sea, it means people. Do you know what I mean? When it says dragon, it don't actually mean an actual fire-breathing dragon. It could mean like an evil kingdom, or when it says mountain, it doesn't always mean mountain. It means a ruler of the ball. Do you know what I mean? It doesn't. Yeah, just know these, but you'll pick up these things as you read it, and as you the Most High gives you the spirit to understand it. But
And another thing is, it's always good to have people around you to break down the word as well and give the understanding thereof as well. Like you might have a mech, you might have elders around you that might be able to tell you, this. And then once you start to read it and you read it over again, then you read it over again and you're like, cool. And then you might dive into history. You might dive into, you know what I'm saying, artifacts and stuff like that back that type of the proposition that they've given you, it backs it up. And that's how people got to see that Daniel 7 or something like that, that it was talking about the Roman Empire, all the other stuff in it. So yeah, it's always good to have people to tell you these things as well, because when we go off our own understanding, we go off in it. Like at one time, obviously I'm transparent. I always tell brothers whatever they want to hear, whatever needs to be said in it. I don't hold anything back. So one time, hopefully Amek remembers this about
my battery died. Salaka, what I miss?
Okay.
What I miss?
Yeah, I was gonna say that it's always good to have a brother around you that can give the understanding thereof in it, and you can maybe even dive into history and stuff like that, and artifacts and stuff that back up their proposition that they've told you. So even with Daniel 7 and stuff like that, you look into history and you can see, cool, it's Babylon, then the Medo-Persians and all the other stuff down to the Vatican and stuff like that. That's what it was talking about, because history shows you what that prophecy was about. And obviously we've got told this by our elders, and it comes true in it. But what I was really trying to go into was that's it. If we go off our own understanding, we'll end up bugged out in it. So we can't think upon we have to always get advised certain times as well in it, because we're like children in this truth, in it. We're not masters of it. We're not master builders like Paul and stuff like that. So we have to always get advised, because even me, when obviously I'm not a well-learned person in that, but where was it? I think it was in Isaiah when the clocks went back up. You remember? Was it King Hezekiah?
There's two accounts.
Hezekiah, yeah, Khan. Me, I was going off my own understanding, reading through scriptures, thinking, bro. I'm thinking, cool, because he was gonna die, then the Most High gave him a blessing. What was it? Hold on. Cool. Let me just read out the precept in it. Isaiah 38, verse 4. Then came the word of the Lord to Isaiah, saying, Go to Hezekiah, thus saith the Lord, God of David, thy father, I have heard thy prayer, I have seen thy tears. Behold, I'll add unto these 15 days. Then I skip down to 7, and it says, This shall be a sign unto thee from the Lord, that I will do this thing that I have spoken. Behold, I will bring again the shadow of the degrees, which will go down in the sundial of Ahaz 10 degrees backward. So the sun returned 10 degrees, by which degrees it was gone down. So in my head, I'm saying, when the Most High changes or a destiny or something like that, that it changes something in the atmosphere. So that's me being bugged out, innit? But I think I even pulled another Proverbs 11:1. But the thing that the false balance is an abomination to the Most High. But nah, I was bugged out because I even read in the Old Testament about that storyline, and he, you know what I'm saying, he chose certain things, he chose that to happen. So we can't go off our own understanding because we'll bug ourselves out. So it's always good to be advised, innit? Especially when we're babes in this truth, innit? But can't.
Was I answering the question initially about the angel with the what's it again?
Oh, we dealt with that up.
Okay. Go on.
Yeah. He said it was good when we got to Ezekiel 1, and we still gave it to him still.
Okay, good.
Can't praise the Most High, man.
Let's get Job 11:6, I believe it is. Job 11:6. Someone could read that. It's on the screen.
Zoom in now.
I'm here still.
No,
Job 11. And it reads, and that he would show the secrets of wisdom, that they are double, to which that is. Know therefore that God exacteth of these less than thine iniquity deserveth.
Well, look, it says here, and that he will show thee the secrets of wisdom, that they are double to that which is. So some things have double meanings. But sometimes there's as we spoke earlier, that there's layers. So obviously, as you grow, you will get the layers of the wisdom in the scriptures, right? And if someone can get for me Hebrews 5:12, none of the class. Hebrews 5:12.
No, how would you eat it?
So I can get that on the screen.
This is Hebrews 5:12. For the time you ought to be teachers, you have need that one teach you again, which be the first principles of the oracles of God, and are become such as to have need of milk and not of strong meat.
So, so it was only until I started to get the breakdowns from the elders and start again just to learn certain things. Then from that foundation, and now I've got a better understanding of when it's talking about certain things. The use of language within these scriptures, I started to pick it up more. But it says there, it says, for when the time that ye ought to be teachers, we have need that one teach you again. Because here's the point, one of the main points is, we're all learning here, but eventually you're all going to be teachers. Otherwise, I ain't done my job properly. Nathan ain't doing his job properly. Akeem ain't doing his job properly. And anyone else who's leading the flock ain't doing the job properly. Do you understand? Because eventually, you guys are all got to be teachers. All you brothers, eventually, should be able to teach. You know what I'm saying? Well, then it says here, when you ought to be teachers, what's the first thing you got to do? You have need that one teach you again. So one main thing, when you come into this truth, understand certain things, sometimes you got to be a blank canvas. It's not certain morals, but you have to learn again. I've had to do that twice. Do you understand? I've had to do that twice. When I was on my wall. You have to mute your mic, you're not mad. But yeah, so that's one of the things you have to teach you again. And also it says here, become such as one that have need of milk and not of strong meat. So if you're a baby in the truth and you're just trying to still grasp it, you must go on the milk, because the milk's what's going to build you up. We give you the strong stuff, you could stumble at that quickly. Do you know what I mean? So there's like a stage to it. You've got to build up your foundation on the milk, and then eventually, once you understand those things, you can then jump on the strong stuff. So that's a good righteous technique on how to learn these scriptures, because it's a very, very complex book. Do you know what I mean? And it's mystical as well. But yeah, I yield there.
And I was gonna bring up Matthew 18, because you said you got to become as children, innit? Sometimes you got to tear down them strongholds that you built up over the years. Brother. You got to tear down the strongholds that you built up over the years, complications that might come against the scriptures, and just, you know what I'm saying, taking the scriptures that you're being told, innit? So I'm gonna bring in Matthew 18, verses 18 and 1, and it says, at the same time came the disciples unto Yahushua, saying, who is the greatest in the kingdom of heaven? And Yahushua called a little child unto him, and set him in the midst of them, and said, verily I say unto you, except ye be converted and become as little children, and ye shall not enter the kingdom of heaven. Because we can bug ourselves. That's what happened to my step-pops. He bugged himself out too much with the Bible, went into all sorts of other stuff, Egyptology and stuff, yeah. And you know what I'm saying? Now he's lost the kingdom. Lord willing, he repents from whatever he's doing and whatnot. But you can bug yourself out too much. Now you're expecting too much from the Most High, and you don't deserve it. You know what I'm saying? So, I yield.
Come on. Brother Deval, you want to take it from here? You got anything you want to add?
Again? No. That's it. As I said, Ezra 1-on-1, you can add to that, and that's about it.
Come on. Now, all praises, man. All praises, brothers. Does anybody have any questions? Does the free will make does it make sense? Have people got full understanding on the free will? No?
Can't.
Yeah, I did have another preset, to be fair, but as long as everyone's got it still, that's the main thing. You know what I mean? Pre-programmed. Actually, I got a point. Actually, let's get Exodus. I believe it's around 7. I think. Let's get Exodus 7 and 8. I've got a point on the way.
I'm there anyway, though.
Anyone ever had deja vu?
Yeah, kind of thing.
One second. I need the one where it says he ain't gonna listen. So like not 7 and 8. I want 7 and 2.
Exodus 7 verse 2. Thou shalt speak all that I have commanded thee, and Aaron thy brother shall speak unto Pharaoh that he send the children of Israel out of his land.
Keep reading.
I will harden Pharaoh's heart and multiply my signs and my wonders in the land of Egypt.
Keep going.
But Pharaoh shall not hearken unto you.
Well, basically here, this is the Most High sending Aaron and Moses, sending them to go do your job. But he's sending them knowing Pharaoh is not going to listen.
See that?
And the Most High had hardened his heart. That shows you that he's already pre-programmed the whole thing. I'm going to send you to him, but he ain't going. I'm going to send you to him, but he ain't going.
Yeah.
Now, I did ask him a minute ago if anyone's ever had deja vu. No,
kind of.
Can't.
Yeah, deja vu, innit?
Yeah.
Well, think to yourself, yeah. If predestination is real, which it is, what do you think deja vu is? You're already pre-programmed to have done a certain thing, to go certain places, to be certain areas. What do you think deja vu is? Anyone know?
What's yourself becoming aware?
Yeah, basically, it's
so it's like a self-awareness of the pre-program.
Yes, that's what it basically is. It's basically
snap.
That's what deja vu is. Deja vu is like you being self-aware of the pre-programming. Been here before? No, that's because you were predestined to always be there. And you just like, come to my memory. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, because it couldn't be the fact of that you've been there before, because that shop might not have been built there before. You get me? That's a new shop with them windows in the newest windows that weren't there 500 years ago or whatever. Yeah. So that would have to be the awareness of the pre-program that you was bound to book upon.
Yes, that's what.
Still, I just deeped it.
That's what deja vu is.
Right.
You know what I'm saying?
That's mad, you know, because that's the clearest. That's mad because that's the clearest explanation that I've ever heard that makes the most sense from anybody.
Yeah.
That's a mad thing.
Praise you, Howard. All praises.
All praises.
Yeah. No, that's mighty still. Can't lie.
All praises.
Well, yeah, man. So that's what basically is. So that's the best example of showing people that predestination or the illusion of free will. Because if you come into this truth, you're always meant to come into this truth. If you are scoffer, you're always meant to be a scoffer. If you reject Christ, you rejected Christ back then. He was always meant to be all the same. Like
no, that's mate. Still praise the Most High. Still.
Now, this is a very good subject. This was Brother Akeem, this is a very good subject, man.
It was. I was gonna touch on some other stuff, but you know, it was. I think I was sleeping, and then I think Brother Yehuda, I think his question from the other week popped up in my head, innit? That's why I didn't even structure that good because it was a rush in it. I think I did it on a Wednesday or Tuesday or Wednesday, innit? Instead of starting on a Sunday or Monday. I'll come to you. But yeah, calm. So yeah, that's what it was that led to it. Still, all praise the Most High.
About a precept.
Bring it out.
Oh, 1 sec. So it's Romans 1:20.
Hold up. Romans.
It's regarding that same thing about the that which we're seeing, and it's not a choice.
Yeah. What? Do you want me to read this for you?
Go on.
This is Romans chapter 1, verse 20. For the invisible things of him from the creation of the world are clearly seen, being understood by the things that are made, even his internal power and Godhead, so that they are without excuse.
Yeah, so it just goes back to what you were saying earlier. That so the way that this is kind of showing forth is that everything had a potential to be even before. Remember, who was it that was talking about we're just playing out a script? Someone was saying that we're just playing out the stage. I think it was last week or a couple of weeks ago. We were saying that something about the stage.
Yeah.
And that even Shakespeare was saying that the world's a stage, or some great philosopher said that the world's a stage.
Go on.
Yeah. So basically, we're just playing out something like for the invisible things of him from before creation are clearly seen, being understood. So we understand them while we're here now that we can see them. So that just shows us that there was an unseen potential, an unseen reality, an invisible reality, even before the play out.
Yeah, that's right.
So that's us. That's the predestination there, the invisible. So we can clearly see it playing out now. And it goes back to the fact that, as you said, that nobody has really been able to explain the phenomena. Because I remember even when I was walking through Islam, when I was in Islam, I asked them, and the best answer that they could give me is Allah knows best. And I said, that's not answer. So all praises, that's the clearest one. But as I said, the unseen potential, because the way that I got taught this as well is that everything before it can come into being must have an unseen potential. Everything begins with a potential. So then when it does come into fruition or manifestation, it will only carry out that which was in an invisible potential beforehand. So that's what's playing out. That's what we're seeing here now on the big stage. So all praises.
That even goes into the pondering. The Most High pondering I'm mute. So, but let me share my screen quickly for 2 secs. So, bear with me.
Hold up, let me stop my show.
Oh wait, I need to be the host again. Salakia King.
You want to be the host again?
Yeah, please, bro. For sure. Can't. Alright, let me do it still. 3, 2, 1, and boom. There we go. Sorry, not there. Alright, here it reads, ponder, to weigh in the mind, to consider and to compare circumstance or consequences of an event or the importance of the reasons for or against the decision. So the Most High, he's pondered, like, that's what I'm saying. He's calculated every single thing. What this is going to have an effect on this is going to have an effect on this. He's calculated down generation to generation to the end of the world. He's calculated everything. Like when it's, let me go back to the precepts again, but can't. The Most High has pondered upon everything. Where is it? Can't. Proverbs 5:21. For the ways of man are before the eyes of the Lord, and he pondereth all his going. So the Most High has thought about this very, very thoughtfully. So yeah, that's what I want to say when you said that still, but can't shalom.
Yes, man. Powers, all powers. Brother, just to add as well to that last thing that I was saying, it shows you also that every manifested thing has an unseen reality. So everything that you're seeing has a hidden meaning in an invisible realm, because it says the invisible things of him that were before the world are clearly manifest and understood in that which is seen. So you're kind of seeing a reflective pattern of an unseen reality playing out in front of your eyes. And that's why it said,
I got a jumper.
Say again, sorry? It's cool. Yeah, so anything that you can see in a physical reality has an unseen reality anyway. So it's like a mirror image of that reality, and the way to understand it, because remember it said clearly understood by that which is seen. So you have to do a reverse process and know that everything that you're seeing goes back to an invisible reality.
Yes.
And it says even his Godhead. So that means even that manifested Godhead that is seen has an invisible. You have to do the reverse and know that that comes from an invisible reality. So we understand now. It's teaching us that there's like a duality going on between the physical and the invisible realm. So we know that we're living in double layers. I know someone was talking about double layers earlier, and there's many meanings, but also there's also double realities too that we're living in. It's like a double reality.
Yeah. The scriptures will call it something else, but yeah, it is actually similar to what you just said. Yeah, basically.
So like, yeah, if I could just end off on the brother Ayuda's great mighty words.
Oh, praises, brother.
Don't get too deep into this, yeah? Not everyone's mind can handle and can be thinking about this, or don't sit down and worry about that, Let someone get Deuteronomy 29 and 29.
Sit down and worry about what?
About what the brother Ayuda saying.
Cool.
Because someone might be listening to this and let me go and ponder about this. It's not for everyone to ponder. It's only some, put it this way, yeah? When Daniel saw certain visions, he was sick. There's certain things he saw, he didn't even go and tell no one about it. He just kept it within himself when you read the book of Daniel. So it's not everything you go and tell people, and you got to judge people's character. If you know that person might be weak in the spirit or might not really be too deep or just wants to just keep the commandments, don't try and give them too much. If you see they're into certain things, then you can tell them about certain things, the invisible and the celestial and terrestrial. You understand? That Paul was going into, but try the spirit and try the person. Let me get Deuteronomy 29.
Deuteronomy chapter 29, verse 29. The secret things belong.
Read.
The secret things belong unto the Lord our God.
So these secret things belong unto the Most High God. Read on.
But those things which are revealed belong unto us and to our children forever.
So the things that are revealed unto certain brethren belong unto our children forever, but not everyone can manage and can take certain things, right? Because I have to balance out as well. Don't get too deep into this. Keep the commandments and live. Let me get Proverbs 7:1.
I want to get a precept after that, yeah?
Yeah, go on. I was sitting there listening and that. I said, bro, I wonder if, imagine someone just coming to the truth and they heard all this. I might just bug them out. I got to balance out a bit. I know it's not that on this live, on this lesson, but I'm just saying.
Yeah,
just in case it was. A brother's out there in the highways and byways, and you see someone kind of dizzy and then whatnot, you're saying all this. Hey, you better go back to this. Hey, no pork, no crab, no shrimp, no lobster. Before they collapse, why are you making them think too much? I don't know if brothers feel me or hear what I'm saying, but yeah. No, read that in Proverbs 7:1.
Proverbs chapter 7, verse 1. My son, keep my words.
Come on.
And lay up my commandments with thee.
Come on.
Keep my commandments and live.
What did the Lord say?
Keep my commandments and live.
And that's it, man. Keep my commandments and live. Ecclesiastes 12:13, the same thing. Keep the commandments, man.
Yeah, Brother Deval. The reason why that precept got George for you.
Salakia. One second, King. Let me finish at least. Yeah, so that links up also with 2 Corinthians chapter 5, verse 10, I believe Akeem brought out earlier as well. Will almost appear before the judgment seat. Yeah. You're not gonna be going before Yahweh Shai, right? And say, yeah, this deep, this meant this, that. So for the brothers that just new and coming into the truth, this is this disclaimer, innit? Just in case you're out there know how the Bible is, and this topic has come up, just tell them, look, just keep the commandments, man. Because not everyone's mind can handle everything. A lot of people I know that come into the truth and I've heard about are bugged out, man. They get too deep into this and it's go crazy. Go into the wilderness and say, yeah, I'm going to live off the land now, right? And wait until your house I come back. Not knowing you got to work, you got to provide for your family, you got to pay rent, right? You got to live a little, right? What is that, yours, man?
Good point. Yeah, man.
Do you want to say something, brother? Are you though? Or,
yeah, the reason why that precept got drawed for about the unseen things, brother, because I don't know if you heard the brother Peter when he asked the question about deja vu. Was you on the line then?
I heard everything, King. What I'm saying is a balance. That's what I'm trying to say. The reason why I brought it, I said I heard everything is a balance. So I'm saying in the case where if we was at camp, or for brothers that are new in this truth, I don't think anyone on the live is new, that will be the balance and counter reaction. If the Lord does a balance, that'll be a balance for that.
Yeah.
You understand? The scripture also talks about a brother that doesn't eat meats. You're not going to go around.
I was just about to go there.
Yeah, bro, Salakia. That's
cool.
what I'm trying to show him, you know?
Yeah,
that's what I'm trying to put down his thing or put down what he's going into.
Yeah.
Be sure if your mind can handle it, but not. It's not for everyone. Because some people go around his brother now and eat meat, then it's going to be a mad thing for that brother. But
Let me just pull out the precepts. I'll pull out 2 precepts, yeah? First Corinthians 3 verse 2. I have fed you with milk and not with meat. For 2, you were not able to bear it, neither yet now are ye able. So there's some brothers that are not able to bear that type of meat, whatever the things that the brothers going into. There's deep stuff that brothers going into, but some people, like even me, the brother had to ground me. Brother Amek had to ground me in it because I was going, in my mind, I was going way too far with it. So he had to ground me. It's always good to get grounded in it. Then I'm going to go to 1 Corinthians 8 verse 11. For though thy knowledge shall the weak brother perish, so through your knowledge, another weak brother can perish. And it reads, perish, whom Christ died. So Christ didn't die for another brother in the truth to perish, innit? Because now that brother's bugged out because he's heard your breakdown and stuff like that. He's like, raw, shit, Mars is a real place, isn't that? You know what I'm saying? So we have to be careful with the brothers that we tell certain things to, innit? As the brother was going into about the meats. And it reads in verse 12, but when ye sin so against the brethren and wound their weak conscience, ye sin against Christ. So we can't literally break another brother's conscience telling them certain things that they're not able to bear yet. So we have to ground ourselves.
Don't talk about certain things in the reasoning. Is that what we're saying?
I'd say ground ourselves in the milk first. Then when we're around certain brothers, we know that are able to bear certain conversations. Then we can have those certain conversations with those brethren in it. But when you're around like people that maybe on the street and stuff like that just need to know about pork, shrimp, crab, and lobster and stuff like that, don't break too much of the kingdom down to them, innit? They ain't ready for that type of stuff yet, innit?
Yeah, it's like
that ain't the thing which I would really reveal to a brother. It's only true say the brother's talking deep already about deja vu, and so I'm just strengthening it.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? It's not a my grand opener. Do you get what I'm saying? I'm saying hear ye. Yeah. Come and hear about the invisible things of before the earth was. You know what I mean? It's not a case of that. But you say the brother's already on a deep one. He's already on a deep surfboard, talking about deja vu. And I'm saying, boom, that reminds me of a precept.
Yeah.
So it's not an opener. So if I have wounded anybody's spirit by the deepness, I apologize.
Yeah. It's not trying to be careful with your spirit. Brothers trying to be careful with your spirit, innit?
Slacky. Yeah. Let me just intervene here. Yeah, man, you haven't wounded anyone's spirit. It's a good, right? Because this is like training. It's good to balance. That's why the Val had to come in the spirit when he came in. It's always good to balance things out. So we always are aware of the what do you call it? The minimum requirements. It's good to talk about these things and go deep. But then what happens is the Most High will always send us someone, a vessel, which in this case he sent the Val.
Oh yeah.
Remind us of the balance.
See that's mighty still. Yeah, even that breakdown of that as well, that's mighty as well.
Yeah, cool.
But you say I heard about the breaking of the spirit and thing, innit? I'm saying like it's one of those things whereby I don't know if you're saying don't talk about them things in the chat or don't or when you talk about out on the camp. So I'm saying that out on the camp is not something that's gonna be like that wouldn't even that's some back pocket hidden hidden armory. Do you get
I'd
what I'm
say
saying? That's
that.
hidden armory.
So lucky to interrupt you up, but you know it is that wasn't really and truly what Brother Deval was hitting at. I thought through the spirit, Brother Deval was trying to ground you just a little bit in it, just like how he saved me as well at the same time in it. How he grounded me at the same time in it. What I was trying to do, I was trying to soften the blow and trying to say that obviously when you're at camp and stuff like that, but really and truly, I think the brother was just trying to ground you a little bit in it, saying that stuff's deep in it to get into in it. That's really what the brother was really going into.
No, and that's like that's why my question was: is it too deep to get into in this reasoning, or is it too deep to get into when you're out at camp with the newbies? Because I heard double things being mentioned. So one of them was if you're out at camp and someone new, and then I heard a brother
confusion.
And then a brother drawed for precepts regarding wounding a brother's spirit. So I just wondered, does that apply to wounding a brother's spirit within this chat here that we're on now?
When I talk about the meats and wounding people's spirit, that's basically because even in 13 it says, "Wherefore, if meat maketh a brother to offend, I will eat no flesh." So if you get into something deep, offends another brother, don't even get into it. Or it could cause another brother to be offended or something like that. Don't even get into it. That's what Irene Tree was trying to hit at with the
what I'm saying. What's the threshold to when you know that you're burdening somebody's spirit? Because if a brother's already on something deep, and then a brother's just strengthening it, so I say, right, I got a precept, and that strengthens the unseen thing. Remember, the brother's talking about predestination, you know.
Yeah, but
and something that is sorry, brother. One sec.
Go finish off.
And so predestination is invisible. That was an invisible thing, right? That was before the earth, right?
Yeah.
So then us carrying out the destination, so it's predestination. So the destination is now physical. So I feel like the precept that I draw for was perfect because it's talking about the invisible things from before the earth, which is the predestination, is now being seen and understood by that which is now seen. So to me, that's a perfect precept, which is just strengthening it. To be fair, I personally don't feel like that's deep or ocean bed. I don't feel like that's ocean bed.
Okay.
Me personally, I just feel like that's strengthening perfectly what the brother was saying personally. But as I said, I hear what you're saying, but
you know, the brothers love you so much, bro. We just don't want you to dwell on that specific precept because there's a lot of stuff in the Bible that gets really deep in it. And we're just scared that any one of the brothers could, you know what I'm saying, end up in that route.
I'm not delving, you know, but I'm just strengthening, you know. It's just another precept, just like how another brother would draw for a precept regarding anything else that somebody said. It's just another precept, you know, brother. To me, as I said, to me, that's not deep knowledge, brother. That's surface based for me.
Okay.
Yeah, all praises, man. It's good.
All praises to the Most. Oh yeah, give thanks for the brother. Give thanks for the. You know what? I just want to say this as well. Give thanks for the brothers for looking out for.
Yeah, that's love. That's love.
And looking out for the other brothers as well. Give thanks.
Yeah,
slack it. What precept?
Nathan, bring it. Before you do that, Brother Akeem, give me the host back.
So okay, come on. So okay,
you're hugging the host, isn't it?
Salakia. You have the floor now.
I got the power back now. Did you want to share the screen in it so they can see the preset says they're bringing them in it. Brother Nathan, you said you got a preset, yeah?
Basically to do with like what the brother was saying, innit? It's not obviously he's saying he's talking about again something about a visible stuff like that, like the realms or something like that.
Yeah,
the realms. Yeah, basically Proverbs 11 verse 1 and
hold up. Proverbs 11.
You don't want to get too deep in the truth, innit? I'm not saying that what you're saying is deep, but obviously like more time certain brothers like they ponder and like certain precepts in it, and they basically like keep on meditating on that one precept. So bring us up.
I'll read it for you.
Father.
Proverbs chapter 11 verse 1. A false balance is abomination to the Lord, but a just weight is his delight.
Can't. Yeah, so everything we do, man, has to be a balance, isn't it? Even certain brothers in the truth, innit, man? Not wrong with like playing FIFA or UFC or going to the gym or basically going to the cinema. There's nothing wrong with doing that, but obviously that just got to make it a just balance, innit? You don't want to be that brother's basically reading the Apocrypha and the Bible all day, innit, man? You're gonna bug yourself out, man. So like, not wrong with going to the beach, man, and basically chilling with a rib, man. If you got a rib in the truth, innit, it's not wrong with that. Enjoying yourself, innit? Because certain brothers in the truth think the truth is just about going to camp, innit, and just basically doing feast days, innit? It's not just truth, not just about that, man. It's a just balance, innit? So like, nothing wrong with like going out and enjoying yourself, innit? And certain brothers are like don't know if your brother's seen that video, innit? I think it was in WFI Chicago, innit? Brother had fringes on, innit? And basically he was just bugging out at camp, man. It's basically going crazy, man. That walking up and down, man, shouting up and down, man. Like, he's bugging up, man. That's what I'm saying. Everything's a just balance, man, as it says in Proverbs 11:1, innit? Everything you do is just basically a just balance, man. So yeah, man, that are you, man.
Come. It's all about the balance, man. All praises, all praises, all praises, all praises. And it's always good to keep.
Yeah. Come.
What do you say, brother?
No, I was gonna say you understand that I was strengthening your point, right?
Yeah, come.
Cool.
And it's as I said, mate, it's good to keep adding the skill to each other. You get what I'm saying? Like,
iron sharpen of iron.
yeah, man. There we go. Iron sharpen of iron. It's all about becoming that good shepherd. You know what I mean?
But that was I just said, brother, everybody's playing their role in it.
Yeah, all praise. That's what it's all about, man. That's what it's all about, man. You know what I mean? Yeah, man. As I said, man, it was a good subject to bring up, man. I actually enjoyed this one, man. I was in the spirit still. I was in the spirit still. So all praises.
It was a mighty point, Ayuda. I ain't gonna lie to you still. But when brothers heard it, it was like, whoa, that's a deep one still. That's what it was still. So brothers, you know what I'm saying? We kind of whoa, got shooken up a bit still.
Yeah,
you have to reel it back in a little bit.
Yeah. Well,
man, I understand the reeling in still, but we have to cast out. Sometimes we have to cast out the what you call it, the rod as well. We have to cast it out, and then another brother just reels in the fish to get me.
Yeah, all praise to the Most High, man. That was mighty though, Ayuda. Yeah, don't get it twisted, yeah.
All praises.
We're not rebuking you or nothing. It's all love. It's all love.
Now I understand, man. I understand, brother, man. Cause from me drawing for precepts and balance, we already overstand the order. You get me?
Can't. That was good, brother. I enjoyed that.
Love.
Fine. So, does anyone have any other questions about anything that they want to ask questions about, or is everyone all right?
I'm gonna shoot off Ark, yeah. So Shalom, yeah.
As long as you didn't shoot with the host button, should be all right.
Peace.
Put your man to bed still. Shalom, King. Shalom, Malakams.
Shalom.
Message Shabbat.
Shalom.
Asher Shabbat.
Shalom.
Yeah, man. So, anyone have any? Obviously, no. I tend to ask this question too many times. My wife tells me still. Shouldn't ask this question so many times. But yeah. Does anyone have any questions? Any more questions? Any points?
I've got one, but if anyone else has some first, they can go ahead.
So, Lucky, let me get my closing precept, and I'm gonna log off as well. Let me get the book of Job, chapter 1, verse 20.
Let me get it on screen. Right. You want to read that for you?
I can't bring that, King.
Job chapter 1, verse 20. Then Job arose and rent his mantle and shaved his head and fell down upon the ground and worshipped. Verse 20.
Come on.
And said, naked came I out of my mother's womb, and naked shall I return thither. The Lord gave, and the Lord have taken away. Blessed be the name of Yahweh. In all this, Job sinned not, nor charged God foolishly.
So you might have one thing one day, next thing you might not have it. You might have your family one day, next minute you might not have it. You still got to keep the commandments and do what's right. The Lord might give you abundance. He might give you 2 families, 2 wives, man. You can have 2 wives in this thing, man. You might have 2 houses. You might have 2 cars. But remember to keep the commandments, because the Most High that gives it to you. He gave you all these things. You didn't know he was going to get it. You got it. But in all what you're going through, good or bad, up or down, keep the commandments and don't charge the Most High foolishly, because Job didn't. And he had many things, many children, abundance of cattle, servants, right? And he kept the faith into the end, man. So with that, I say Shabbat Shalom. Shalom to all the Akim, Akwaf. If there's any children on there, Shalom. I'm going to jump off now, man. Peace and blessings.
Peace, my brother. You have a blessed camp tomorrow, right?
Shalom. Shalom.
Yasharallah.
Go on, Shalom.
Well, What question did you have, brother Yuda?
You know what, brother? I don't even know whether to ask the question, you know, because I don't want to get too deep, as the brother said. So I think I'll just probably save that for tomorrow, you know, at camp.
Yeah. Hold on, let me.
Yeah, because you know what I mean. I don't want to be, you know what I mean. But as the brother said, you don't want to be overfeeding certain people. Yeah. So it go.
All praise to you. How about you? I was shy, and yeah, it's been a beautiful class, still. Been a beautiful.